Guys, am I audible? Venkat Reddy, Ram Subba Reddy, Nikita.
Yeah, it's audible, sir.
Good. Chandra, am I audible? Chandra, am I audible? Can hear me? Everybody, please unmute and talk with me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir, I am able to hear.
Yeah, Chandra, I think you're joined today, right?
No, yesterday also I joined. Sorry.
Oh, so I didn't see your name in the list. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So let us start the session. Last class, we were discussed about working model of MVC and how MVC works and what are the drawbacks of MVC architecture. And those drawbacks you can overcome through single-page application, SPA application, SPA architecture. So these are the points in the last class we discussed. So let me recap once again all the points in today's class, first 5 minutes. Then after I'm going to start today's class. So I'm going very slow and try to understand what I'm speaking. If anyone not understand any single point without any hesitation, you can ask the questions, please. Understand, Chandra, Ram Subba Reddy, all of you?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Because this technology is a new technology, somewhat typical to understand. That is why I'm going very slow, point to point, I'm going to explain. Okay. So yesterday and today, I'm going to take theory classes. First of all, we should understand what is the difference between Lightning Aura components and LWC. What are the problems in Lightning Aura components? And what are the advantages of LWC? So these are the main topic I need to understand. You need to understand first. After this, I'm going to start tomorrow onwards. I'm going to start HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Why? Because before you want to learn LWC topic, everyone should have the knowledge on HTML, cascading style sheets, and advanced JavaScript concepts. So JavaScript plays an important role while developing the component in LWC. That is the reason tomorrow onwards, next 1 week to 10 days, we are going to discuss about HTML, cascading style sheets, and advanced JavaScript. So after 10 days, after completion of all these 3 topics, I'm going to start LWC. Is this clear, all of you? So let me recap the yesterday's class once again. Yesterday, we will discuss about MVC architecture. It runs on request and response model. So here, client always passing the request. This request goes in the form of old data. And this data goes to server. And server takes the request, process the request, and process and perform some operations on old data. And new data gets generated. After generating the new data, server send back the new data to the client in the form of, yesterday I told you regarding this point, in the form of what?
URL.
Okay. So this is how, okay, it works, MVC architecture. So client always passing the request in the form of old data. This data goes to server. And server takes the old data, performs some operations on old data, and new data gets generated. And this new data loaded into the page in the form of URL. And this URL goes to client as a response. This is how MVC architecture will run. The complete classic mode follows MVC architecture only. But the major problem in MVC architecture is every time, okay, the whole page gets refreshed or reloaded. So because of this, what happened is network traffic will increase or network congestion will increase. Congestion means traffic, okay? Will increase over the internet. So if network congestion will increase over the internet, then obviously server waiting time and server response time and client waiting time will increase. These are the drawbacks of what? MVC architecture. Am I clear this point? Hello? Guys?
Yes, sir.
So to overcome this problem, okay, we have something called what? Single page architecture. Single page architecture. It runs on complete lightning mode, completely based on single page architecture. It is also works on request and response model only. But the difference between single page architecture and MVC is here also client passing the request. This request goes in the form of old data. This data goes to server. At the server side, new data is get generated and the client receives directly. Client receives directly. What is this? New data. Yes or no? So this is the difference between what? MVC architecture and single page application. In MVC architecture, we are getting the response in the form of what? URL. In single page architecture, we are getting the response from the server in the form of new data. New data directly loaded into the client. All of you understand? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
So instead of loading the entire page every time, loading the entire page every time, okay? It loads only, what is this? Partial page. Then automatically network traffic will decrease. Once network traffic will decrease, automatically what happens? Okay, server response time is decreased and client waiting time also decreased. So whatever problems we faced in MVC architecture, those problems we can overcome through what? Single page application. Understand all of you? Single page architecture. All of you understand the difference between single page architecture and MVC architecture? Hello? Up to this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
Fine. But here, in single page architecture, we are getting the response from the server in the form of new data. Here, what is my question is, how to accommodate the new data? How to accommodate the new data? To accommodate the new data, client splitted into two parts. That is client and client server. So to accommodate the new data, we splitted the client into two parts, that is client and client server. Okay. Now client also its own client server for further processing. For example, look at this, client plus client server. Whatever new data gets loaded, this new data loaded into what? Client server. So what is the purpose of client server? Client server job is, it is going to perform, the job of client server is, it is going to perform, what is this? Further operations on new data. If you want to perform further operations on new data, okay, we need to use a scripting language name is called what? Come on, guys, JavaScript. Because using HTML, we cannot perform any operations on data. Can we perform any operations on data using HTML?
No.
We cannot perform operations on data, yes or no? Because using HTML, we can develop only what? Come on, static pages. So we cannot perform any operations on data. If you want to perform operations on data, okay, we need to make use of a scripting language name is called what? JavaScript. So here I can say client, I can say HTML, that is for designing the page. And the client server, I can call it as what? What is this? JavaScript. So here client is split it into how many parts here? 2 parts, client and client server. Whatever new data we are getting from the server, that new data directly loaded into client server. And client server purpose is what? To perform further operations on new data. As I said yesterday, this is view part. And we have, come on, controller part. And what is the bottom part here? Model, right? That is called MVC architecture. But what is the difference between client server? Client server can also be called as client controller. Hello guys, client server can also be called as client controller. So what is the difference between client controller and this controller? The difference between client controller and this controller is the middle one, this controller, I can call it as, what is this? Come on, server controller. The difference between client controller and server controller is client controller is unable to communicate with what? Database. That is model. If you want to communicate the database to perform any kind of CRUD operations on database, we need to make use of what? Server controller only. That is why in the server controller, we are going to use a programming language name is called what here? Apex. All of you understand? Ram Subbareddy, Chandra,
Yes.
and rest of all the people, Chandrana, Dasari, Nikita, Venkat Reddy, all of you in the class, every head in the class, I hope you understand the difference between client controller and we have something called server controller. Yes or no? Once again, I'm repeating, the job of client controller is whatever new data getting from the server, if you want to perform the operations on new data further, then we need to use what? Client controller. In the client controller, we are going to use JavaScript. In the client, we are using HTML. But the difference between client controller and server controller is because we have controller here. This controller, we can call it as what? Server controller. The difference between client controller and server controller is client controller do not have the capability to perform the operations on model. Just try to understand what I'm speaking here. We cannot perform operations on model using client controller because the client controller can unable to communicate with the database. If you want to communicate with the database, we have something called server controller. That is nothing but your Apex language. Using server controller, we can communicate with database and also we can perform the CRUD operations. Now, all of you understand this point clearly? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes.
Any doubts? So this is called client controller. This can be called as what? Server controller. Everyone clear now? Hello? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
So here we can develop the web page. We can develop the web page. Okay. Or we can design the web page in multiple ways. That is, using HTML, we can develop. Of course, it is static. Then after using Visual Force also, we can develop, right? Come on. Using Aura also, we can develop. Using Lightning. Okay. Component framework. Using also, we can develop. And what is the next one here? LWC. What does LWC stands for? Lightning. Come on, guys.
Lightning Web Components.
Lightning web components.
So multiple ways we can develop the application. We can develop the web application. Using HTML, using Visual Force, using Aura, using Lightning Component Framework using Lightning Web Components. Guys, Aura released in 2014. Understand? Hello. And whereas Lightning Component Framework, it is released in 2016. And whereas LW is released in what? 2019. The first version of Lightning Web Components came into the market in 2019. The ultimate goal of all these three is what? All these four is what? To creating the web page only. But approach is different. Approach is different, and also web page behavior will vary from one technology to what? Another technology. Understand the point here? For example, for your understanding, I'm giving a simple example. We have TVs. If you go 40, 50 years back, we have black and white TVs. Yes or no? Come on, guys. At that
Yes.
particular point of time, there is no remote TVs. Am I correct or not? There is no remote control.
Yeah.
After that, okay, we got what? Color TVs. Correct or not? After that, we got what? We have LCD TVs. Then after, we have LED TVs. Yes or no? Come on. We have OLED TVs. Correct or not? There are different technology TVs are coming. But everything is what? TV only. But what is the difference between all the TVs? Come on. Internet technology will differ. Correct or not? Same way, we can develop the web page in multiple ways. Using HTML, using Visual Force, using Aura, using LCF, using LWC. In all 5 ways, we can develop the application. But what is the difference between all these 5 technologies is approach is different, and also web page behavior is different. Try to understand what I'm speaking here. What is this? Web page behavior will vary from one technology to, come on, another technology. Am I clear this point, all of you? Hello, guys.
Yes.
Fine. So let me discuss about a small introduction regarding Aura. So before we are going to discuss about LWC and Lightning Component Framework, you should understand first about what is the meaning of an Aura. Is anyone know what is Aura? Is anyone know what is Aura? Ram Subba Reddy,
I think
Chandra.
Aura is a framework, Sai. Aura is a framework.
Okay. Aura basically a company. What is this? Hello.
It's open source framework to build applications.
Yeah. What is Aura? Aura is a company. Okay. And which is having a framework. And it is completely, what is this? Open source. Understand? Tell me, what is the meaning of framework? Any one of you? Everybody speaks framework. What is the exact meaning of framework? Tell me. Because as a Salesforce professional, you should know every word meaning in depth. Because you're all professionals, guys. Tell me, what is framework? Any one of you?
I think framework is application.
Framework is an application. Oh, okay. What kind of application it is?
I think development of process.
Sorry, development of?
Developing the process.
Developing the process. Okay, what is the difference between IDE and framework? What is the difference between IDE and framework? Integrated development environment and framework. Everybody using this word, but nobody knows what is the exact meaning of framework here, right?
So Chandra, yeah, framework is kind of a package of all functionalities, like a code base,
Yeah.
which helps us to build a application on top of that actually. It is
Yeah.
available.
Build
open source.
application with bundle of 8 components, like components, controllers,
Yeah.
helper, all this.
Yeah, yes. Because, component contains bundle of 8 segments, actually, 8 components. Understand? Hello. So we'll discuss later regarding this. Framework means, for your understanding, I'm giving a simple example. You people know about Bluetooth, yes or no?
Yes.
Or you people know about what? Home theater. So what is home theater here? Home theater contains what? TV, audio system, yes or no? Speakers, group of many things. Am I correct or not? Like that framework also what? It means some group of elements working together to perform some operation. That is called what here? Framework means. What is this? It is a collection of elements working together to perform some task or to perform some operation. Do you understand this point? Hello. So single
Yes.
phase architecture, SPA, single phase architecture actually released in 2014. Understand? And it is redefined and it is redefined in 2019. So end user point of view, we cannot distinguish between 2014 and 2019. Both are look like same, but developer can easily identify the difference between 2014 version and 2019. 2014 means ARA, 2019 means LWC. In 2016, Salesforce added some new features to the Aura framework and they developed their own framework called what? LCF. Understand all of you? What is LCF means? Lightning Component Framework. Okay. Salesforce added some new features to the Aura framework and they developed their own framework called LCF. That is called what? Lightning Component Framework. Understand all of you? So here I need to discuss one important thing here. I need to discuss about, is anyone here this name called web stack transformation? Hello. So web stack transformation is like this. Look at this. If you understand this particular PPT, okay, you can understand how, okay, Aura to what? 2000, how it is transformed. Okay. So in 2014 Aura, we have something called what? Data services, UI components, component model, rendering optimization. We have something called modules and language extensions. So these are the components we are using in where? WebStack in 2004, that is Aura. Understand? Guys, this Aura, okay, completely based on ECMA script file. Is anyone know ECMA stands for? European Computers Manufacturing Association. Understand all of you? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, it's an organization. They place some standards for web services. So ECMA 5, Aura components completely follows what? ECMA 5 technology. Okay. Then after this framework converted into what? In 2017, we have specialized services they added, data services and UA components. Here we have some components all in 2019 here that is called web components, templates, custom elements. We have something called Shadow DOM, okay, modules. So these are the components they added. And the difference between Aura LWC is Aura follows ECMA 5, whereas LWC follows what? ECMA script 7. This is the major difference between what? Aura and what? LWC. If anyone asks you at the time of entry, what is the difference between Aura and LWC? You can tell the first difference. Aura follows what here? ECMA script 5, and whereas LWC follows ECMA 7. ECMA 7, very advanced standardized components, where comparatively what? ECMA script 5. It contains event standards, element standarding and all. So this is how web stack transformation going on from 2014 Aura to what? 2019. Okay, guys. Understand everyone? Hello?
Yes.
So I will share this particular PPT for your understanding purpose in future classes. Okay, here we have in websites, in LWC, we have some components like data services. And we have UA components as I shown you right now. Just now. And we have component models. We have templates. We have rendering optimization. We have something called modules. And the seventh one and the last one is what? Language extensions. So these are the major components are available in where? LWC. Okay, it is in 2000. How much? 19. Data services, UA components, okay, component models, templates, rendering optimization, modules, and language extension. If anyone asks you at the time of interview, what are the components in LWC 2019? Okay, you have to tell all these 7 components. Data services, UA components, component models, templates, rendering optimization, modules, and language extension. Let me discuss about one by one all these things. Data services. Data services means it is all about how to push and pull the data from view to model and model to, view. That is called what here? Data services. It is all about how to push and pull the data, how to send the data and how to fetch the data from where to where, from view to model and model to view. For your understanding, I'm giving a simple example. Open this. You people know about HDFC net banking application. So let me open this. I can say this is the LWC component here. So login net banking. Here I need to enter my customer ID. So 1140-11874 is my customer ID. And click on and continue button. If I click on continue button, am I sending this data to where? Model or not? Come on. I'm pushing the data. After pushing the data, again, I'm getting some information from the server. What is this? Please enter the password. After entering the password, again, I need to click on what? Come on, login button. If I click on login button, then I can log in. So here I'm sending the data and also I'm receiving the data. So this is called what here? Come on, speak out. Data service. Understand the point, all of you? Data service means what? It is all about how to push and how to pull the data from client to server and server to client. Understand, Nikita? Am I audible? Come on, guys. No one is speaking here.
Yes, it's audible.
Yeah. Next
It's
one is
audible.
UI components. What are the UI components? UI components means some text boxes, some label names, some check boxes, some radio buttons. So these are all what? UI components. Look at this. Customer ID, user ID. I can say it's a label name. And this box can be called as text box. This square brackets, square boxes can be called a checkbox. And this can be called as buttons. Everything can be called as what? UI. Understand? Hello? Yes or no?
Yes.
Next, component models. What is the meaning of component models here? Component model means it is a DOM model. Is anyone know what is DOM stands for? DOM stands for document, object, model. Okay. It follows some hierarchical, okay, model. So for example, you people know about HTML, right? Does anyone have the HTML knowledge?
Yeah, I have some basic.
Yeah, HTML.
Yes, yes.
Then after title. Yes or no? Title close. Correct or not? Then after, what is this? Come on, head. Again, head close. Then after, body. Within the body and closing body. Then after, we have HTML close. Tell me, we have to follow this hierarchy, yes or no? First HTML, then after title. After title, we have to write head. After head, we have to write what? Body. This is the hierarchy we have to follow, yes or no? This is called what here? DOM mode. Am I clear, all of you? Next one, template. Template means it is a predefined code and we can reuse it. It is a predefined code. We can reuse it just like a component. Yesterday, I have shown one component in Amazon site. Remember, all of you? Everything is a component here. Gaming accessories, shopping deals, refresh your space. Suppose if you click on this one, refresh your space will open. It is related to some kitchen items. If you close this, I can open another component. Understand, all of you? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So everything is a component here. If you observe carefully, everything is a component. The whole page divided into 4 parts, 4 columns. Gaming access is first column. Shop and deals another column. Refresh your space, third column. Deals in pieces, 1 column. Everything is a component here. Do you know how they design? Look at this. Login.salesforce.com. I'll show you practically how it is look like. So my batch 6 @ds.com. ABCD1234 is the password. Go to developer console. Programmatically, we can create. Programmatically, we can create here. Or otherwise, you can go for Lightning Experience. App Builder. Lightning App Builder. As of now, there is no Lightning pages we created. Click on New. App page. My first page. See here, guys. How many standard formats are there here? Header and left sidebar. This is header, left sidebar. Header and right sidebar. Header in 3 regions. This is header. How many regions are there? Come on. 3 regions. If you observe carefully, look at this. This page. Amazing gifts for every dad. I can say this is header. Hello.
Yes.
Kitchen favorites. This is header. Shop books. This is header. Essential for gamers. This is header. And header, tell me, how many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Every column is a component. So here, the whole Amazon page, home page, developed using what? Header and how many regions here? Come on,
4 regions.
3 regions. Actually, here 3 regions. The home page, whatever I shown, it is how many regions are there? 4 regions. Understand the point? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. See. Like that, every component we can reuse it. Every component we can reuse it. So this is called what? Template. It's predefined code. We can reuse just like what? A component. Next one, rendering optimization. What is rendering optimization? It is all about how to load the UI values, which is displaying on the page. That is called what? Rendering optimization. And coming to modules, various features and libraries are supported. And whereas coming to language extensions, this contains JavaScript, what is this? Libraries. So these are the 7 components which are available in where? LWC. Understand everyone in the class? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, responding with
Yeah, we can hear.
Raise
Can
your
hear,
hand.
sir.
Okay, fine. So in 2019 LWC, what they did is, okay, all these parts are shifted to, come on, browser in 2019. And only 3 things are left in the framework. What are those things? Guys, in 2019, whatever components we discussed just now, all these 7 components shifted to where? Browser. And rest of the 3 things are handled by framework. What are those things? The first one out of 3 is called specialized services. These are very advanced topics I'm discussing now. Understand all of you? These are all interview questions, guys.
Yes.
Specialized services. Second one, LDS. What is LDS stands for? Is anyone here this name? LDS stands for Lightning Data Services.
Letting data service.
Yes. And the third one is called what? UI. Only these are the things are left in where? Framework. The above 7 left in where? Browser. So these are the 7 things will be taken care of browser. You don't need to bother about all these 7 services, 7 components. Only in the framework, we have 3 components that is called what? Specialized services, lightning data services, and what? Come on, UI, user interface. So specialized services are what? What are the meaning of specialized services? So specialized services means, so where we can get the security. Specialized services related to what? Only security purpose. Suppose, okay, when the end user trying to fetch the data from the model, then there should be some security pattern to fetch the data from the model. So that everything will be taken care of by specialized services. So once again, I'm repeating, guys, listen carefully and try to understand. Specialized services are related to security. For example, when the user trying to fetch the data from the model, and there we have to follow some security pattern to fetch the data. That will be taken care of by specialized services. Understand the point here? When we are trying to, what is this? Fetch the data from the model, okay? We need to follow some, come on, security pattern to fetch the data. This will be taken care of by, what is this? Specialized services. Tell me, what is the next one here? LDS. LDS stands for what? Lightning Data Services. What is Lightning Data Services? Salesforce Lightning Data Services is a powerful tool. Hello, it is a powerful tool. Okay, this tool, I can say, streamlines the process of building efficient and responsive applications. What does LDS means? LDS is a powerful tool that streamlines the process of building efficient and response applications, guys. Understand the point here? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I. Yeah.
Next, coming to UI, the last and final component which belongs to framework. That is, again, it contains what? Text boxes, radio buttons, okay, check boxes. These all comes under what? UI designing part. So these are the three things are available in where? Framework. But the first 7 things will be taken care of a browser. Understand? So only these things are in framework. Everything shifted into browser side. Okay. Understand all of you? First of all, tell me what is the meaning of a browser? Any one of you? We have Internet Explorer, we have Mozilla, Firefox, Google Chrome. These are all browsers. Yes or no? What is browser? Reddy, Nikita, any one of you? Venkat Reddy, Dasari Chandranna, any one of you, please unmute and talk with me. What is browser?
I think you interacted with
Because
the
browser
online.
is a word, it is not new for you. Every day we are using this word regularly in our daily life. Yes or no, Reddy?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Venkat.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me what is browser? So you
The
people are using
It's a
this
kind of
word
a web
regularly, but
page.
no. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, Chandran here. So I was telling, it's a kind of a web page where we're sending a request to the server. Expect some response from the server.
So is it interface?
Yeah, kind of an interface. I mean, where we're from the UI, we're sending a
Could you please
request
give me
from the
some
web
other
page.
example for interface?
Okay.
Apart from browser? Any other
Yeah,
example?
Chandra here, Sai. I think it's was a kind of a tool which compiles all the JavaScript HTML together and read as a page where we can communicate to the client and server, the request and response. It's kind of a tool, we can say, IDE.
So I cannot, you should not say it's a tool. I can say it's an application.
Yeah, application.
Just like your MS Word, PowerPoint, Excel. Okay. I can say it's an application. Any browser can understand only 3 things. What are those? I can say only 3 things any browser can understand. What are those things?
A render might be the first part, rendering the elements. And sending a request, taking a response.
That's okay. That is request and response model. Client always passing the request and goes to the server. Server takes the request and process the request and gives the response. That is okay. That is normal request and response model. I am asking, browser is an application that everybody knows. Browser can understand what? Suppose take the example of Google Chrome. Google Chrome is a browser, yes or no? That Google Chrome browser can understand what? What browser can understand?
The user interactions.
User inputs.
No. I'll explain you. See here, guys. These are important things, guys. Before you all enter into LWC concept, okay, theory is very important. So it is an application like what? MS Word. Any browser can understand only three things. One is what? What is this? HTML, CSS. And what is the next one here? Understand, Chandra? Dasari Chandrana?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Tell me, every web page developed using HTML language or not?
Yeah.
Because browser can understand only HTML language, not any other language. So browser is basically understand many three things. What is the first one here? HTML, cascading style sheets, and what? JavaScript. Understand all of you. The most popular web applications are developed by using PHP or JSP or ASP or Visual Force. How these applications can understand by browser? Tell me, we can download the applications by using PHP or not? Come on, using ASP, using JSP, using VSP, Visual Force page. Yes or no?
Yes.
So all these, using all these languages, you can download the web applications. Yes or no? Come on. Hello. But how these applications can understand the browser? How these applications understand by browser? That's my question. That is, all these applications, listen carefully, this point is very important. All these applications or all these application pages, I can say, are finally converted into, come on, what is this? HTML. Because any browser can understand only HTML tags, not any other language tags. Understand all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So all these web application pages are converted by framework into HTML. But who will convert into HTML? Framework. So framework converted, okay, web pages into, come on, HTML language. Am I clear, all of you? So that browser can understand. So this is how it returns. This is the web page. This web page framework, or with using framework, we can convert into what? Come on, HTML. So that browser can understand HTML code. But here the point is, why can't we directly develop the web page using HTML? Why we are using unnecessarily PHP, ASP, JSP and all? We can directly develop the web application by using HTML now. Because browser can understand only HTML, right? So initially converting the developing the application by using PHP, by using framework, again we need to convert the PHP into HTML. Why it is all unnecessary things? Instead of creating the web page by using PHP or ASP, why can't we directly create the web page by using HTML? So that any browser can understand HTML now. Is all of you understand the question clearly? Hello? Why we can't develop the application using HTML? The reason is using HTML, we can develop only static pages. We cannot perform or we cannot create the dynamic pages. We cannot perform any kind of operations. That is the reason, okay, we can develop the applications by using these languages. After developing the application, we have to convert this application into HTML with the help of what? Framework, so that browser can understand. Understand all of you this point? Chandrana, Nikita, Ramasubbareddy, Venkatreddy, all of you? Hello guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Okay, fine. So coming back to the next point, in 2014, Aura came into the market. Yes or no? Come on. We used what? Aura. So to develop single page application. So Aura tags, come on, converted into, sorry, HTML with the help of what? framework and converts into HTML. But now we are using in 2019, okay, we are using what? Come on, guys, LWC. So in LWC, we have HTML tags plus CSS plus rich set of JavaScript. What is this? Libraries. Put all together, okay, we can create the web page, okay, and this web page directly processed by LWC framework. Understand all of you? Hello,
Yeah.
Yes.
can hear me? Good. So up to this clear, all of you guys? Hello.
Yes.
So LWC framework mainly deals with three things. One is security. Second one is Lightning data service. Third one is what? Basic Lightning components. Here component means something called tags. Understand? Only these three things are maintained by or deals by LWC. Rest everything is managed by browser only. Understand the point, all of you? Hello,
Yes.
can you hear me? Okay, fine. And next, last and final point in today's class is what are the differences between LAC and LWC? LAC stands for what? Lightning Aura components. LWC stands for what? Lightning Web Components. What are the major difference? Guys, one of the difference we already discussed, yes or no? What is the first difference? Just now 10 minutes back we discussed about that point. Come on, it follows what?
MVC architecture.
ECMA? What?
ECMS
5. Yes or no? It is ECMA 5 compatible. And whereas LWC, come on,
ECMA 6.7.
7.
I think modern JavaScript.
Yes, yes. ECMA 7 compatible. This is the first difference between what? LAC and LWC. Second difference, okay, it is less performance. Performance wise, it is somewhat better. It is less performance, or I can say, yes, it is less performance only. Whereas LWC, it's a better performance. Okay, in application or better performance application. And more, popular modular development approach. What is the meaning of modular development? Anyone can tell? What is the meaning of modular development? What is the meaning of modularity? Modularity means, what is this? Division of code. Division of code can be called as modularity. So LWC follows what? Modular approach. Okay, that is why performance is better than what? LAC. Understand all of you? Due to its modern web standards, and LWC. What is this? Engine. So this is the second difference. Coming to the third difference, Aura is open source. Lightning Aura components is a open source, but it is not open source. Hello. Understand all of you? It is not open source. LWC built on LWC engine, which allows developers to, components using popular web development tools like JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So this is the third difference, guys. LAC is a open source. LWC is not open source. Okay. And it is built on LWC engine. This engine allows developers to develop web components using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Understand all of you? Hello. This is the third difference. Coming to the fourth difference. What is this? It is not flexible, and we cannot use outside Salesforce platform. Okay. But whereas this one, LWC can be used outside the Salesforce platform, making it more flexible. All of you understand the difference here? Fourth difference. We cannot use what outside. It is not flexible, and we cannot use. Where is this? We cannot use what? Outside SF platform. And coming to the last and final difference. So LWC Lightning Aura components stands like, Aura framework. It is based on Aura framework. Making easier and use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And in the client side, and Apex language at the server side. Whereas this one, LWC, is a modern framework for building SF applications. Modern web components. Like elements, I can say custom elements, shadow DOM. I'll explain you what is the meaning of shadow DOM, what is custom elements and all. In tomorrow class, I'll explain you. Templates. Is anyone here these names? Shadow DOM, custom elements, templates. Come on. Not
Yes.
I think today only resigned.
Today,
Replaced.
I have shown some name here to develop the custom components. So these are the 5 major differences between what? Lightning Aura components and what? LWC. So the final conclusion before I'm departing today, the final conclusion what I'm trying to tell is Lightning Aura components and LWC are both are frameworks only for building custom components within the Salesforce platform. However, LWC uses newer modern web standards. It is generally faster and more efficient than LWC. Understand all of you? Hello.
Yes.
So let me give the conclusion also so that you can understand the overall topic today. What is my final conclusion between LWC and LAC is LWC and LAC are both meant for developing. Come on, what is this? Web components on Salesforce platform. But here, LWC, okay, uses modern web standards. So it is generally faster, flexible, reusable, and more efficient than what is this? LAC. Understand the point here? Can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
So what is ECMA? Because LWC follows ECMA compatible. What is ECMA here? ECMA means, first of all, ECMA means what? European Computers Manufacturing Association. Actually, it is an organization which defines guidelines for the web components. So here LWC comes under 7th guideline. That is why LWCs can be called as what? ECMA 7 compatible. And this is the highest standards. Understand all of you? Hello?
Yes.
But every web component have 4 elements, guys. Hello? Every web component has 4 elements. That is custom elements, second one shadow DOM, third one template, fourth one module. So every web component contains 4 elements, guys. Understand? What is custom element here? Custom element means this is the, how can I tell? This is the foundation or structure of designing the LWC component. This is the foundation or structuring the LWC component. Shadow DOM means this is, I can say this is the encapsulation. What is the meaning of encapsulation? Any one of you please tell me. Does anyone know about OOPS concept?
Binding the two data.
Combining of data members and member methods can be called as encapsulation. Yes or no? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Wrapping of data members and member functions can be called as what? Encapsulation. So this is the encapsulation process which combines designing and style or combination of designing and style. Coming to template, what is the meaning of template? This is the designing part of LWC. Next, we have something called what? Modules. So modules means this is the controller part or JavaScript part of LWC. This is the place where we can write the JavaScript program. I can say this is the client-side controller. So these are the major components that are available in web comp. These are the major elements available in web components. Understand, Chandra, Chandranna, Nikita, Ram Subbareddy, Venkat?
Yes.
So I hope all of you understand the difference between Lightning, Aura components and LWC. Total, how many differences we discussed? Come on.
5 difference.
5 differences. But LWC is more faster, more flexible. Okay, performance-wise, LWC is better than what? Aura components. Clear, all of you? Because it follows CCMA 7 compatible. It's the highest level standards. It follows comparatively what? LAC, because LAC follows CCMA 5 compatible. That is old standard. That is why we migrated from where to where? Lightning Aura components to LWC. So I hope all of you understand all the 5 differences. Yes or no? Come on, guys.
Yes.
So these are the theory points, guys. Okay. So why we are going for LWC, I hope you understand comparatively what? LAC. So these are the major reasons why we need to go for LWC, guys. So before we are learning LWC, okay, so everyone should have the knowledge on HTML, CSS, and we have something called what? JavaScript. So tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start theory concepts completed today itself. I'm going to start HTML in tomorrow class. Understand, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
What about rest of the people? Chandranna,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Subbareddy, Ram Subbareddy, all of you understand Venkat?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir, it's clear. Yeah.
So that's all about this theory. Theory part is completed. Okay. Tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start programming in HTML. Okay. So tomorrow is what date? 29th. Huh? That is on Wednesday. Maybe next Wednesday or maybe next Saturday, I'll complete HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Next 10 days. Hello.
Okay.
After that, I will start LWC.
Okay.
Okay.
But this coming Saturday, you don't have class, guys. Only this coming Saturday, not every Saturday. Only this Saturday, I have some work. That is why I'm not going to take the class on Saturday. Okay. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, sir.
This Saturday, you don't have class. We'll meet on Monday again. But tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So these 3 days, we will discuss about what? Come on. HTML and CSS. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Hope you understand the
Thank
class.
you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hope
yeah,
all
we
of you
got
understand the class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys,
last
so much information, so much theory topics we discussed yesterday and today. So I cannot share the notes immediately. Why? Because I think your registrations are not completed. Yes or no? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So once you get registered, then only I can share the running notes and materials.
Okay.
Okay. So please do it as soon as possible. We'll continue tomorrow onwards. Thank you. Same. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.